When you're starting a business, you probably have these big dreams of growing that business to the point where you're just raking in millions upon millions of dollars. And you probably even go online and you read about how all these billionaires got their start. And then you think, if Mark Cuban can do it, and if Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, if they can go from nothing to billions, well then by golly, you can too. The issue here isn't that the fact that it can't be done. The issue here is that it's just kind of unrealistic expectations. I'm Scott Sery, and I founded Know to Grow. Know to Grow helps take you one level up in your lifestyle. And these days, it just helps you afford a full tank of gas instead of hovering just above empty. If you want some of the finer things in life, then you need to sign up and start making money using the skills that you already have. In the United States, there are 724 billionaires. That's more than any other country out there. And yet, in a pool of 330 or so million people, that's about 0.0002% of all the people in the US have that kind of wealth. In other words, it's about a 2 in a million chance that any one given person is going to become a billionaire. Now, I'm all for shooting for the moon and striving hard to get there. But unless you really love disappointment, let's just bring it down a notch to something a little more realistic. One thing that certainly doesn't help is the sheer number of billionaire mindset, billionaire daily habit articles that are out there. These things are everywhere. And every hustler, every grinder, every go-getter thinks that they've discovered the secret to maintaining habits that are going to get you to your first $1 billion. A quick Google search comes up with, in order of the top one is 25 weekend habits that every billionaire does. That's followed by the 6 habits and the 10 habits and the 8 habits. Many of these just have a ton of overlap. Some of them are not bad, but some are just crappy advice that really won't apply to anyone who doesn't have a significant amount of money already. So I'm going to go through 5, just kind of mostly random, and we'll talk about them. Number 1 is wake up early. I've flip-flopped on this in my own life, and so I can't be too hard on the people that say you got to get up at 2:30 in the morning and get started on your day. Our bodies have natural rhythms, and try as hard as you like, if you're fighting your natural rhythm, you're not going to function at your peak. If waking up early means that you're really slow and groggy all day long, then why are you getting up early because some stupid blog told you that you should? Be reasonable and focus your maximum amount of energy on the time of day when you're performing at your best. For some people, it's early. Others, it's right around midday. And still others, it's at night when the entire household has gone to sleep. Second one is work out, eat healthy, sleep enough, have a healthy lifestyle. People love to talk about how billionaires hit the gym, they eat the healthiest of the healthy foods, and they sleep at least 16 hours a day. Not really. Most of the time they say they sleep like 4 hours a day. Actually, people that are peak performers sleep enough. Here's the thing. This is something you should be doing no matter what your income is. Sleep, work out, eat healthy, you'll feel better, you'll live longer, and you'll just have a better lifestyle. But it's a whole lot easier to do when you can afford a sweet gym membership and personal trainers and private chefs and little machines that simulate the sound of the ocean so that you can sleep blissfully all night long. Those things aren't actually necessary to accomplish a healthy lifestyle. Yes, be healthy, because being healthy is important no matter how much money that you have. Number 3, billionaires read like 1 million books a year. Every single list loves to talk about how many books rich people read every year. Why? Because it's really easy to throw an affiliate link on over to Amazon where you can go click that and buy that same book. If you're unfamiliar with affiliate links, they don't just apply to the product you clicked on. They actually put a little code on your browser, and they work for all purchases at that website for like the next 30 days. So reading is important, just as being healthy is important. Reading for the sake of getting a big pile of books read will get you just about nowhere except a whole lot of lost time. Comprehending one book well is far more important than pounding through a stack of 50 of them. Number 4 is never eat alone. If you've ever done anything with outside sales, you've been told never eat alone. The entire idea is that you have to take a break and consume food, and your target market has to take a break and consume food. So why not make that connection and lead to a potential sale? I mean, you gotta consume food, so consume it together. This has a time and a place. When you're trying your hardest to build a brand and develop a product or service, that's not the time and place for this. Eating out is incredibly expensive, and eating with someone just for the sake of eating with someone is just going to drain your funds considerably. Also consider this, that eating with someone else isn't this 15-minute process like when you're eating alone. It's at least an hour. Now, when it comes time to push really hard for sales, that is the time to make strategic meal cooperations. Because when you've strategically planned out these meals, it's not just eating with someone else for the sake of eating with someone else. Now, there's a goal to sell them your product or service. Number 5 is take calculated risks. I love this one because it's the vaguest and most ridiculous advice out there. Every single one of us takes calculated risks every single day. I drove my car today. That was a calculated risk because I know the performance of my vehicle, I knew the destination, and I knew kind of how Billings drivers are most of the time. Half the time they're ridiculous, but I knew that if I got in my car, I could probably safely make it there and back. Investments are calculated risks. Opening a business is a calculated risk. The more money you have, the more risk you can take, because if you have $1,000 to your name and you dump $999 into a business and it fails, you're foobarred. But if you have $1 billion and you dump 500 grand into a business that fails, that sucks, but you still have $999,500,000 to fall back on. Take risks proportionate to what you can not just stand to lose, but what you can actually afford to lose. If you want shitty business advice, just look up rich people habits. Some are good, some are stupid, and almost none of them apply to a person who is stuck in a low-paying job. What does apply to those stuck in those low-paying jobs is that you need to capitalize on your skills and bring in more money. It's a calculated, low-risk investment in yourself that you can get started with right away at www.knowtogrow.com. Head right over there. There's a link in the description. Sign up, and I will walk you through the entire process so that you can level up your living. And before you go, if you'd be so kind to hit like, give me a sub, and maybe leave a comment. That would help me level up my living.